you're having to play some tough opponents right away, it can be tough, and they've risen to the challenge, and it's another good test for them today with Hackensack.
Hey, man, these tournaments, dude, they're big momentum boosters for you. You know, who doesn't want to walk away with a trophy, with the medal?
Oh, look at this table right here.
Right behind us, dude. The table is absolutely blinging right now, you know, so I think you definitely want to walk away with that, you know. It's something, at the very least, it's a morale booster, and you get a little swag in your pocket, you know.
When you have some hardware like that as well, if you win a tournament like this, it shows on a national scale that you've been playing in big-time tournaments with a lot of North Jersey high school basketball schools, which is predominantly one of the best areas of high school basketball in the country. If you're winning these type of tournaments early in the season, it's giving more scouts and more coaches eyes on you going forward.
Starting lineups getting announced here. So as the last seconds tick off before tip-off, what are your guys' predictions in this game? Who do you think we see coming out with the championship in Quad 1?
Hey, man, I told you I might have jumped the question at the beginning of our segment here, but I'm telling you, Hackensack, I think they're coming for it. I think it's going to be a 2-possession game. I could see this coming down to one shot. I could really see even Demir Shelley or Kenny Diaz hitting that shot. That's who I'm rocking with. I think Eric Arifa's going to make his presence known, but I think this will come down to one possession, and Hackensack escapes with the win.
I'm going to say Newark Tech. I mean, I'm sorry to rain on your upset here, but these guys got it all. They got shooting, they got defense, 4 steals from Malcolm Bragg last game. They got it all on this squad, and I think Marcus Bragg has really made this team a powerhouse in the area, and they're going to show it today.
As we get set for the tip-off here at the Old Patterson Catholic Gymnasium, the starting lineups first for the Newark Tech Terriers. They'll go with the sophomore Marcus Bragg, the senior Mark Brown, Tyshawn Boyd, Kadar Turner, the senior, and the sophomore Malcolm Bragg. On the other side, for the Comets of Hackensack, they'll go with the senior guard forward Eric Afrifa, the junior guard Demir Shelley, senior guard Kenny Diaz, sophomore guard forward Demon Kitchens Jr., and the freshman guard Jamiko Smith. Hackensack in the white and Newark Tech in the purple, and we are underway.
On the jump ball, man. I feel it coming.
Smith dishing out to Shelley. Expect Hackensack to try and control the tempo with that guard play. It feels like that's always the style that you're going to see out of the Comets.
Yeah, I see it early. They're making that pace and space game, trying to stay on the perimeter right now.
Smith 3 won't go. Shelley gets a second chance, and he's fouled up top. I believe they're going to get Bragg fouling the three-point shooter, and that'll send Demir Shelley to the line for 3 opportunities.
That's already one offensive board, fellas. That is going to be crucial here, those second chance opportunities, and to get 3 shots here from the foul. Very important.
Oh. And the first one no good for Shelley. Still warming up a little bit in here. And, you know, they say it's one of the cardinal sins of basketball. You never foul a jump shooter. So a little bit of a tough start to the game for Newark Tech, not only giving up the offensive rebound, but then immediately fouling the three-point shooter in Shelley.
And he rocking the Kobe's, too. You know he's going to be letting it sling all game long.
Second one goes for Shelley. Third one on the way and good. So an early 2-0 Hackensack lead. Hackensack looks like they're in a 1-2-2 press, so going to challenge the guards of Newark Tech early on, and they get a quick steal. It's Jamiko Smith coming away with it, but he gives it right back on the travel.
That was a tough play. I mean, they're going to come out early and make pressure, and I think right now Hackensack, they know they're the underdogs in this game. They're going to try to get as many turnovers as they can in the backcourt.
It was a great play by Smith to jump it. He just got caught in an unfortunate spot with his momentum being pulled, trying to fight for the loose ball.
You saw the power that he brought with the rip. You know, he just couldn't hang on, but still, great defensive play.
Hackensack settling back in a 2-3 zone. Newark Tech surveying it. It's an aggressive variation of the 2-3, and Marcus Bragg almost lost it. Brown gets tied up. It's a jump ball. Great work on the defensive end from Jamiko Smith, and that's 2 times now he's been involved in a potential turnover type play.
Yeah, Smith's a great defensive talent right now, playing that guard forward position. He can guard almost everyone on the floor right now, and look for him to really make an impact on the defensive end and try to start those fast breaks early the other way.
And unfortunately for the Comets, in neither situation do they end up with the basketball. And Mark Brown can't take advantage. The miss is rebounded, put back up, no good. A third chance, no. And it's finally pulled down by Hackensack.
And one thing that Hackensack's got to do in these possessions, they got to close out possessions. They got to get that defensive rebound. 3 offensive boards ain't going to do it. They got to get these possessions won, and they got to get back the other way.
A free throw pulls it back out and settles things as Hackensack looks to get into the offense. A slow start for both sides. We're just over a minute and a half gone through the first quarter, and it's only a 2-0 Hackensack lead. Tight defense from Bragg up top. Get it to Shelley on the near side wing. The only player with a point so far. Kicks it out. Diaz, catch and shoot three. He's got it.
Diaz sniping that one. You saw that was set up by the ISO from the point guard, finding the open man, letting it rip.
And now bringing the pressure is Hackensack. A 3 ball on the other end. Can't answer. A free throw. Has it knocked away, but it goes out of bounds back to Hackensack. So Marcus Bragg trying to answer back quickly, but Hackensack holds a 5-0 lead.
5-0 right now. It's been the defensive effort. Both teams getting some offensive boards, but you see the Comets kind of picking their moments a little bit where you see the Terriers getting those offensive boards and trying to go right back up with it, just rushing their shots a little bit.
A lot of motion here from Hackensack. They like to run those screens, get those shooters free, using the whole court.
And it seems obvious that Demir Shelley is going to be the catalyst for the Comets today, as that one goes out of bounds to Newark Tech. It looked like Mark Brown was trying to draw the offensive foul, didn't get the whistle, but he provided enough of a roadblock for Damon Kitchens to lose the basketball.
Yeah, that was a little awkward for me. I thought the ref was going to call something just to let it play like that, but hey, it is what it is.
Inside, nice feed, layup good, and the foul.
Yes, sir, young fella, showing off the muscles right there, fighting through the contact for the and one.
Tyshawn Boyd throws a flex in the air after that one, and rightfully so with a strong move. He'll try to convert the old-fashioned three-point play at the line. I think that's going to be the key for Newark Tech, is getting inside and using their size advantage in that one, as Tyshawn Boyd knocks down the free throw and cuts the lead to 5-3. 5 minutes remain in the first quarter here in game 1 of the quad of quads. Jingle Bell Jubilee going up on the other end. That one no good for Kitchens, and his rebound by Bragg. Up ahead. Layup won't go, but right there is Tyshawn Boyd for his second bucket.
Offensive boards, baby. That's what it's all about. Tied game.
You love to see your big man hustling down the floor, and he gets rewarded with the rebound in the basket. Now a deep three for Diaz. That one's too strong. And great work from Boyd once again, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Hackensack. And Boyd and Bragg share a laugh because they were fighting each other for the board.
Yeah, he's tried saying that it was off the Comet player, but it's just some bad communication there. But both of them fighting so hard for the ball. Sometimes you get that tunnel vision, you want to make a play.
Kenny Diaz goes up and gets that one like a wide receiver. Smith pulling the three, and he's got it. Right in the face of Malcolm Bragg. And it's 8-5 Hackensack.
And you saw Smith early playing on the defensive end, finally gets his first shot to go on the outside. Great ball movement from Hackensack.
Nice work on the offensive glass by Bragg, and Malcolm Bragg has the rebound and the putback.
Bragg got 2 things to brag about with those putbacks. Fantastic right there.
Second chance points, a killer early on for Hackensack. Diaz off the screen, had his pass batted away. Marcus Bragg up ahead. Mark Brown, easy lay-in. And for the first time today, Newark Tech has a lead.
Really using the height advantage there. You see the big fellas getting the job done. I think we're going to be seeing that happening all game long.
Shelley gets it up top, working in space. Now it's Diaz. Great defense from Newark Tech. Shelley gets free, working down low to Kitchens. Is blocked away by Kadar Turner. Up ahead, Marcus Bragg laying it up and in.
The big fellas coming through. Turner with the block, setting off the fast break, and a nice finish on the other side.
Defense always translates to offense, and right there you saw from Newark Tech. And they're playing with a purpose these last few minutes.
Defense certainly working well for the Terriers so far. They lead it 11-8. In the lane, Shelley lost the handle, had it stolen away by Boyd. Boyd looking up ahead. Now it's Turner into the lane. Nice defense from Afrifa. Now Hackensack on the run out. What a move by Shelley, and he's tripped up by Malcolm Bragg. He doesn't think he fouled him, but it was a good foul. That was an easy 2 points for Hackensack if he doesn't go down.
Yeah, definitely was a good foul because you saw Kenny Diaz was coming right in for that cut. He was definitely going to dime him for a nice, easy layup. So might not have thought it was a foul, but it was definitely a smart one nonetheless.
Yeah, sometimes when you're caught flat-footed in those one-on-one situations going back the other way, it's tough to really make a stop. So just to get your little foot out and make the foul is always important. Almost a big play there.
First pair of subs into the game for Hackensack, Kevin Addison and Jordan Impali, a pair of sophomores. We saw Impali in the JV game before this one. It was the JV championship where Hackensack eked out a 1-point victory over Wayne Hills, and Impali was feeling it from behind the arc.
Yeah, absolutely. We were watching that game, and Hackensack was down early. They were down a lot in that JV game, and he was going off and got that game back to within 2 points.
Shelley with a beautiful ball fake, puts it up and in. Demir Shelley.
Demir Shelley with the little hezzy, get the big man thinking for a second, gets a nice open shot, hits the jumper.
Lead down to 11-10 Newark Tech. Tight one with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Working it down low. Inside it's Boyd. That one's too strong. And Impali has a quick rebound. Hackensack trying to push the tempo. Looking up ahead. Addison catches a lob and puts it in off glass.
Oh, man, the big fella was trailing him, trying to get the block, but he beats him. Great communication from the Comets.
It wasn't the most graceful-looking finish as they forced the travel on the other end, but Kevin Addison showing off the athleticism and finishing.
And the touch. Oh, the touch was beautiful. So he called it was an open pass, right? It wasn't the most graceful of plays, but they were able to finish it. Good link up. And you got to really trust your teammate to throw that one up there.
And listen, if he comes down to the ground with that, he might not be able to go back up. There was a swarm of Terriers in the paint, so a wise play to give Hackensack the lead right back. Another sub in there. Marcos Estrada for Hackensack as Afrifa takes a rest. Maybe to end the quarter. Jamiko Smith trying to enter it into Addison. Nice defense from Bragg, but Addison gets it back too strong on the hook, and it's rebounded by Tyshawn Boyd, doing some great work down low early for the Terriers. A 3-ball on the other end. Marcus Bragg. That one's short. And a whistle down low. Looks like they'll get Estrada.
I think that's called on Boyd.
Yes, they are going to get Boyd. It was Boyd and Estrada tied up. For a second, it looked like they were signaling that it was going to stay with Newark Tech, but it goes the other way.
Yeah, they were signaling that he pushed him out, just trying to get a little too excited, trying to get another one of those boards. As we said, those offensive boards, those offensive rebounds, so coveted in this game.
Under a minute to play now in the first quarter. It's a 12-11 Hackensack lead. Shelley shuffled the pivot foot, and it heads to the Terriers.
You saw Shelley wanted to actually pop that, but then he saw the length that the guard was bringing against him. So he went to go drive in, but just too much things at once. He's trying to create that space, you know.
40 seconds left now. That one almost turned over. He was knocked out of bounds by Estrada, and it'll stay down there with Newark Tech. So we'll see if they can capitalize to end the first quarter.
Been a game of runs so far in this first quarter. I mean, you saw Hackensack on a 5-0 run to start, and then a quick little 10-2 run by Newark Tech down the stretch, and now another run by Hackensack, and that's 12-11.
Nice passing down low is Tyshawn Boyd, who got caught up in the paint, draws the whistle, and so they'll run back the inbound with 31.5 remaining.
I would love to see the replay on that. I thought that was just some good team defense.
A nice pass down low, but it's through the hands of Marcus Bragg. A 4-on-1, and Estrada can't finish the lay-in. The putback for Addison is no good, but a wise foul from Marcus Bragg, and he's going to make Addison earn these two at the free throw line.
You got to finish that play, though, man. You got the numbers there. You got to make them pay. But still.
Yeah, 4-on-1 break. That one could hurt.
Still coming away with some free throws, though. He hits these. Nothing changes.
First one on the way. Too strong, but it gets the roll. The shooter's touch as Marcus Bragg is going to head to the bench with a little bit of foul trouble early on, and we'll see the first sub for Newark Tech. It's Jalen Barker.
Yeah, 2 fouls for Bragg, one of the better defensive guards for this Newark Tech team. And You don't want to lose him this early in this game. Hopefully he can come back midway through the second and try to provide that defensive power off the bench.
On the other side, Demir Shelley is going to head out for Hackensack. Aaron Batista coming into the game. So Hackensack already 4 deep into their bench in the first quarter. While we've only seen 1 sub, and much out of necessity for Newark Tech with the 2 fouls to Bragg. Second free throw no good, so it's a 2-point game. Hackensack dialing up the pressure. Mark Brown a little trouble handling it, and Polly has the steal. Crosses over, picking out Smith. Strong move, lays it in, and the foul. Jamiko Smith, just a freshman and a strong move, and I'll have a chance to make it 3.
Pass from Impali at the end there. Good vision. Was going up for that floater and passed it right off there. And good job by Jamiko Smith to finish. He's having a great first quarter.
How about the steal from Impali, though, to start that, and then able to slow things down, find the open man instead of force things. Great composure from the sophomore.
So the Braggs in foul trouble for Newark Tech. They're both on the bench now. Kyrie Fisher into the game, and it's up to a 5-point lead for Hackensack. The pressure again, having some trouble with it. They're going to have to get this one over. They finally do. Out of bounds, it goes to Hackensack. So with their point guard Marcus Bragg on the bench, they are having a ton of trouble with this press.
Jordan Impali once again making his presence known. Young kid getting some good minutes.
Smith with 1 off the glass, too strong, and so that's how the first quarter ends. 16-11 Hackensack, and it was certainly an interesting first quarter. Now I think early on you saw Hackensack dominating with the guard play, but Newark Tech answering back with their big men. And then what really killed them was that stretch at the end. They lose Marcus Bragg with the 2 fouls, and in those last 2 minutes, Hackensack feasted with the press.
Yeah, man, it was a game of runs, like Ant said, and you saw the comments start off hot. Things get slowed down with the big man. That's what you got to do. You got to see where your advantages are and start picking your moments. But you know when the big men start going, you got to go out those big men, get them in foul trouble. You got to get them off the court, and that's exactly what we saw happen.
I mean, I love what I saw from Jamiko Smith in that first quarter. I mean, he had 5 points, was doing work on the defensive end, had a steal, then he unfortunately traveled there, but he's doing it on both sides of the floor. I think right now you see Hackensack, they're a young team, and they're just starting to find their identity in this early season. I think they're going to do it with that smash mouth inside offense and that defense on the other end.
Absolutely, and fellas, I smell wings cooking right now. But the sophomore Impali was cooking on defense, coming up with some good turnovers there, some beautiful dishing. I mean, he was just adding the spice all over the place.
And I think you're seeing for Hackensack, it's going to be so key for Demir Shelley to handle that offense, keep them under control, and find the seams in that Newark Tech defense. That was what was the catalyst for their offense early.
Absolutely, and he's going up against Bragg, and Bragg has some great wingspan, man. He's bringing the leg. Shelley not struggling, but you can see he's definitely paying attention to it right now and trying to make sure that he doesn't get caught up with it, because when you're facing that length, the steals can come out of nowhere.
Looks like the same crew out there for both sides. Into the lane, Smith. Oh, he lays it in. What a tough finish for Jamiko Smith.
Going up strong, but finishing soft.
And they're bringing the pressure right back, and they force a 3rd turnover in a row against Newark Tech, and they'll get it back leading 18-11.
That high press seems to be working right now. They're starting to trap the guards inside the corners, right around the half-court line, and they can't really seem to get anything going, Newark Tech, just trying to get that ball across half-court. And right now we're Hackensack. You just got to praise what they've been doing on the defensive end.
And Hackensack able to bring back Shelley and Afrifa. How good does it feel to have your 2 best players on the bench and expand that lead? Pulling up Impali at the free throw line. No good. Afrifa with the hustle. Thought about diving into the stands, but he pulls up and it'll go back to the Terriers.
I actually think that's going.
Yeah, the one ref was signaling is staying.
They said it was Comet's ball.
Yeah, no, that was
You're
definitely
right. Yeah.
definitely out on Hackensack.
I was going to say that is a beautiful IQ play to know not to go for it. I definitely would have been diving for that.
Hackensack still in that pressure, and finally Newark Tech gets it across. They can try and settle into some offense, but the press forces another steal.
The sophomore coming up again, man, and Polly making the presence known.
He is all over the court defensively. A minute gone by, the lead is up to 18-11, and Polly on the offensive side. 3 is short, and it's rebounded by Barker. It's stolen away, and an easy layup for Aaron Batista.
This sophomore is killing it right now, man. That's his third steal, and he's been on the court maybe 6 minutes.
And following up his own miss as well. It's a great effort play. That pass too high.
I think you got to call timeout right now if you're Bragg. The team looks a little disjointed right now.
He's going to send Malcolm Bragg back out there. Kyrie Fisher Jalen Barker heading to the bench. Oh, no. Is that an inbound violation for Hackensack? So they had all the momentum in the world. About 5 straight turnovers for Newark Tech. And they'll give it right back to him and a chance to settle things for the Terriers.
Hey, listen, that's all right, man. The sophomore might have had the inbounds infraction, but what he's been doing, you live with that.
Finally, Mark Brown can settle it and set up an offense. Feels like it's been 4 minutes since they've done that. Pull up at the elbow for Bragg. No good, and a free for the strong board. Shelley in transition. And Polly spinning, and he pulls it back out. Oh, he's got all kinds of space. Pulls the three. No good. Shelley the offensive board, and the putback goes. And a timeout, Newark Tech.
Wow, 11-point game, and you know the Comets are doing everything that you want right now. The 3 points not falling, no problem. The big man and your point guard is going to crash in, grab those rebounds, get that ball back in there. Man, they're pulling away with this one, but we still got a lot of time left. 7-0
run to come out the gates here in the second quarter. I mean, what can you say about this Hackensack team? They've come to play today in the championship here at the Jingle Bell Jubilee.
I don't know, man. I told you. I smelled upset.
Listen. I
still got a lot of game left.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I had to roll with the hot hands, but right now it's looking like your predictions. It's looking great.
And even go back to the first quarter, it's a 10-0 run. I remember when it was 12-11.
Yep.
Newark Tech had the basketball with 30 seconds left, and we were talking about the Terriers potentially bringing a lead to the second quarter, and now here we are. It seems like Hackensack has a stranglehold on this one.
I mean, right now you're seeing the high press has been working. They've been getting easy turnovers, and then you're getting freed up shooters on the outside. And right now they're working the inside glass, and they've been getting offensive boards. I think they've had 3 offensive boards in this quarter so far to start. Just great work from Hackensack right now underneath.
Newark Tech trying to beat the press. Bragg almost lost it again. Into the corner, it's Fisher driving in. Layup good in the foul. That is going to be the key for Newark Tech, using their size inside, and they'll have a chance at yet another 3-point play.
Some great ball movement, and then the slash coming in from the 3-point shot. Able to fight through the contact, rip right through, get to the line, and one.
Free throw good, so it cuts the lead down to 8. And this is a Newark Tech team that was playing close with East Orange all game the other day, and they ended up closing out strong, so not time for panic just yet. And Polly, beautiful move into the lane, but it's too strong. Fighting for the board underneath. Nice pass to Smith, no good. The putback won't go. A third chance, too strong. Newark Tech comes away with it. A scramble on the floor. The ball's still loose, and Polly had it stolen away.
Oh, good spin.
Spinning inside, the layup no good. What a sequence, and Hackensack comes away with it. A free for Euro step offensive foul.
I don't know about that one, Jack. It looked like his feet weren't set. It might have been a block there.
I don't know, but I give all the credit to Marcus Bragg there, taking the hit from the big fella. Freight train coming down, no problem there.
Another sub for Hackensack, Julian Castro into the game. Like you said, Maz, you got to appreciate Marcus Bragg stepping in on the much bigger 6'4" Erica Frifa and taking that charge. As a foul is whistled underneath. It looks like they're going to get Addison with it.
Newark Tech started to take a page out of Hackensack, starting to force that foul trouble, fighting the ball inside. They have the height, they got the length. I mean, this is where they gotta go with. You don't want to see the perimeter game. You want to see them slow things down, play that gritty basketball inside.
And they're trying to do so.
A jump ball.
A jump ball called as Boyd tried to go quickly and had it blocked.
I mean, right now you can see early that Bragg really hasn't seen a style like Hackensack's been thrown at him. They like to throw that sort of 3-2 sort of defensive look on the zone, and they've been switching really well, and right now Newark Tech can't get anything free.
That one's a 3-ball, too strong, and rebounded by Castro. Going the other way is Shelley. Trying to push the pace now, will slow it down. Castro pulling the 3, too short, and a nice rebound for Kyrie Fisher. Trying to push the pace. Bragg, layup good. Nice move by Malcolm Bragg.
Get the ball in Malcolm Bragg's hands right now. I mean, he's been looking good on the drive. Dribble penetration, try to get outside as well. Frees up the shooters.
Shelley the pull-up, too strong. Nice rebound by Boyd. So since that timeout for Newark Tech, they have shifted the momentum in this one, and they've gone on a nice little 5-0 run. Great backdoor. Bragg again. Layup's good. Beautiful pass from Kyrie Fisher, and Bragg is the beneficiary. It's a 4-point game.
Man, he's starting to take over, but he got that 24 on his back. You got to watch out. That's a statement when you're walking in the gym with that number, man. And he's proving it right now why he's wearing it.
Newark Tech bench starting to make some noise. And Polly pressured up top. Looking for the screen. Gets the switch. Driving left. Kick out. Castro, corner three. Left it short. Boyd tapping it around and comes away with the board. Nice rebound by Boyd. Trying to go coast to coast, and he's fouled by Afrifa. And with 3:41 left, Newark Tech looks to cut even further into a 4-point deficit.
And Afrifa might have to exit here. He's got 2 fouls, so when you have him off the floor, you can try to make up some more ground in that deficit.
Well, dude, you see Hackensack is definitely falling in love with the three-point ball. It's not falling. They got 2 to fall earlier in that first quarter, but I'd really like to see them start attacking the big man again, start getting them back in foul trouble to hang on to this lead, because now they're just rushing right now.
I think Newark Tech's game is the inside game. They know what their game is, and
Bragg pulls up for 3. He must have heard you talking.
Bragg said, stop talking right now. I do it all, please.
Malcolm Bragg on a 7-0 run all by himself, and it's a 1-point game. That handoff almost poked away. Castro able to save it. What a turnaround here in the second quarter for Newark Tech.
I think Bragg needed to take that timeout, try to cool his players off after that run from Hackensack.
Bragg bats that pass out.
They've come out a completely different team that timeout.
And Polly trying to get free. No such room. Shelley has to pull up, had it blocked away. Afrifa carries down the board, gives it up to Shelley, and a nice floater finally stops the bleeding.
3-point game, though. Shelley with a nice touch. Afrifa with a nice find there. This rotating defense here, Newark Tech, is looking impressive right now.
Beautiful ball movement by the Terriers to break the press, and that one through the hands of Fisher. A nice feed by Boyd, but it'll go back to the Comets as they make some changes.
Boyd just putting just a little too much on it. It was a beautiful no-look dime, but just too much sauce in the pan.
Addison and Batista return to the game. Afrifa and Impali to the bench. So Afrifa gets an extra 2 possessions with those 2 fouls, and now he'll probably sit until the end of the period. Batista working the lane, and he'll draw the whistle. Who are they going to get here? Newark Tech didn't like the call, and it's going to be Kyrie Fisher. Coach Bragg is halfway out towards the 3-point line stating his case. I thought there was enough contact there for a whistle.
Absolutely, I thought so. That was a nice job by Bautista.
It's about bodies hit the floor. You usually something's got to be called in that situation.
Batista running the point for the Comets. 2:10 left to go in the second. Trying to feed it back. Just gets it to Castro, and Castro draws the foul. And Bragg can't believe that one. That one I think there's a bit more of a case for.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you. Malcolm Bragg didn't like that call. Neither did I. That was a little soft for me. But that will put the Comets at the line.
Kadar Turner set to check in. And that's 3 fouls on Malcolm Bragg, sending him to the bench. So especially after he just got hot and went on that 7-0 run all on his own, he's going to have to sit down at least for the end of the quarter.
I mean, Jack, he is a physical guard. He likes to get in the passing lanes. He likes to just press up, play aggressive defense. So he's usually a guy that gets a lot of fouls. And so he'll have to probably take a seat for the rest of this first half because they're going to need him down the stretch.
Pair of free throws good, extends the lead up to 5 for Hackensack. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Nice work by Batista getting into the passing lane. But beautiful ball movement by the Terriers. A 3-ball on the outside, no good. Addison chases down the board. Batista, nice feed to a cutting Addison. Had it blocked away, but he's fouled. Newark Tech wanted to travel, but the sophomore Kevin Addison will head to the line and look to extend the lead once again.
It was a good give and go. Had him right there, had him drive the lane. An easy lane, trying to go up the left hand and gets the foul. And right now, you're just seeing Addison looking great. So far in this game, already has 2 points. Being a nice calming presence off the bench.
First free throw good for Addison. .148 left to play. And the second one rattles in. So lead up to 7 for Hackensack, 28-21. Newark Tech trying to find their tempo. Hackensack just not relenting with the press. Nice ball fake inside, and the short floater is good for Mark Brown.
Looked like Chris Paul there with the little fake, pulling it up, splashing it home.
Shelley off the pick and roll. Gets the switch, now gives it up. Pull-up jumper up top. It's a long 2, but it's short. Here goes Brown. Up ahead to Bragg. Lefty lay-in good. So quick 4 for Newark Tech, and they're back in it.
Got to stop falling in love with the 3. They've been doing good attacking. You got to keep attacking the paint.
1:05 to play. Batista working it down low. Now it's Shelley. Newark Tech wanted to travel, might have had a case for it.
That was definitely a travel. We missed that one pretty hard. Come on, fellas.
Shelley off the pick and roll. Pull and pop. Left it short. Rebound. Fought for. Newark Tech comes away with it. Here goes Brown on the break. Euro stepping, laying, no good, but a foul. And Mark Brown going to head to the line with a chance to cut this down to 1.
Might have been a makeup call. I thought I saw a ball from back here. Our camera on that other side still looked like all ball to me, but you got to give the callers where they're at because you definitely missed that travel call.
Marcos Estrada going to check back in along with Kenny Diaz after the first one, and that one is good. Aaron Batista heads to the bench, and he'll be joined by Damon Kitchens. 39 seconds to play in the second quarter. And the second free throw is good. Brown knocks down a pair, and the lead is 28-27 Hackensack. Wonder if they won't hold for the last one here. No shot clock in the state of New Jersey, so they can if they so choose. And Shelley does not look like he's in any rush. Dribbling this one out, Kyrie Fisher really not going out to get him. Finally draws a 5-second count, but Shelley resets it. Clock down to 14 seconds. Shelley crossing over. Dancing up top, pulls up at the free throw line. Had it blocked, and that goes out of bounds, staying with Hackensack. So great defense. I believe it was Kadar Turner picking him up off the screen, but they retain it with 7 seconds.
You can tell Shelley probably goes to sleep with a basketball in his hand every night because his moves right now are looking great. He's maybe able to move left to right, can dribble with both hands, gets freed up up top in front of the key. They're doing a great job.
Looking to get it in here. Finally he does to Diaz. Pump fake, 3 ball out of bounds. He went real quick there. They had 4 seconds to work with, even after that ball went out of bounds. And now Newark Tech going to get at least a look at it. An extended 1-2-2 press for Hackensack, trying to make life difficult. Here comes Brown up the right sideline, pulls the 3. Oh, just too strong off the back iron. And so at the end of the first half, it's a 28-27 Hackensack lead, but I feel like if you're Newark Tech, you got to be pretty thrilled after the way that second quarter started.
Absolutely, and if you're the Comets and if you are head coach Aaron Taylor, you got to be pretty upset there. Team falling in love with the three-point shot, not falling. You were having a really good run, fighting inside, getting those cuts, the slashing backdoor cuts. You got to get back to that because when you're going, if you just let the Terriers set up in that defense and let them use their length, allow them to use the rotation by hanging out on the perimeter, they're going to make life pretty hard for you.
I think right now what you're seeing from Newark Tech down the stretch of that second quarter was they weren't afraid to take any shots. They were able to go out to the corner. They were getting up on the wings a lot and getting open threes. They're more than likely converting. And then when they didn't get the ball to convert, balls up in the air, and they were getting the rebounds. I think when you have that height inside, getting rebounds is so important. I don't really think rebounding is a height thing. It's more of a heart thing. And I think right now you saw Hackensack early was getting those rebounds, and I think Newark Tech woke up and was able to get it.
I think you got to see the Comets have got to get a free for going too. I mean, we've kind of seen him not necessarily. He's been iced out on the offensive side. You know, he's had a couple of buckets, but I really want to see him go to work. They're hanging out too much on the outside, and I'd really like to see Shelley start penetrating a bit. We see the nice crossover. He's getting guys a little off balance. He's getting that space, but he's looking to pull up there. I would really love to see him drive in and dish out if he has to, or try to finish amongst the trees.
Yeah, it really hasn't been any one man offensively for Hackensack. I think for Eastside, you kind of saw, or I'm sorry, for Newark Tech, you kind of saw Malcolm Bragg take over in that second quarter a little bit. But for both sides, kind of a balanced attack. I think the biggest difference maker in that first half was the Hackensack defense, and when that press extended, especially when Newark Tech got into foul trouble and they had to put their starting point guard on the bench, it wreaked havoc on the Terriers.
Absolutely, and you know, dude, Malcolm Bragg picked his moments and picked it well. You saw him getting it done any which way, and then he made us quiet back here real quick the second he hit that three-point shot.
They're not hitting those threes on the outside. They should be working inside, and boom, right there.
Dude, he's getting it any way he wants. But you noticed, you saw the Comets are getting him in foul trouble. When you come back, that's the guy that I'm looking to attack. Whether I get the bucket or not, I need him off the floor because he is getting whatever he wants right now.
I think that's what Coach Bragg's probably talking to him. He's saying, hey, you got to cool down out there. You got to play a different style of game going forward, probably the first quarter of the second half. I think you just got to really play a different type of game, not play as aggressive, play a little more conservatively, and let some guys switch on and guard their best player.
Absolutely, man. And, you know, they cut the lead down from 11. We're sitting here at a one-point game and a whole nother half left to be played. Jack, if you are the Terriers, what are you looking to close this game out?
Yeah, I think that they need to use that muscle inside. I think that's going to be the biggest difference maker, but they have to get it over half court, beat that Hackensack defense in the press to get it down there in the first place. On that note, we got about 7 minutes left in the half. We're going to take a quick break here on All Abilities Live. We got Garden State Hoops here at the former Patterson Catholic Gymnasium. A great game. Hackensack leading 28-27 over Newark Tech after one half. We're going to step aside for a moment, but we'll be right back for the rest of the halftime coverage here on All Abilities Live. Back here on All Abilities Live, Jack Bartek, Brandon Marazzo. We are joined by a very special guest from Zone 6, Justin Wimberly. And we know this is the Jingle Bells Jubilee. It wouldn't happen without you. So just talk to me about this event, how it came together, and just how cool of a day of basketball it is, and days of basketball, really.
Yeah, definitely. Well, first I got to give credit to Jimmy Salmon. He's been running this event for numerous of years. Actually, I probably started off as a ball boy. Him and my dad, they worked together here in the city for Patterson Recreation. Of course, I have Zone 6, which has been around for the last 3.5 years. and we've been able to come on board as a sponsor and a partner to help elevate this event to a whole nother level.
Hey, man, you know, we see the Zone 6 Classic logo. It feels like all over the place in New Jersey right now. You guys are constantly getting involved with athletics. When people see that logo, what do you want them to think?
I just want them to know that we're here. We're here in the metropolitan area. We're here not just for football, even though I know we're very football-heavy based, but we're here for basketball as well. And then we're also looking to expand in the future. But right now, basketball, football is the main focus.
And we've seen some awesome basketball so far. I know we saw a 50 clip in the first round from TJ Robinson, who we'll see later on tonight. We saw a game winner.
Yep.
So just awesome basketball, and today is the championship, so even more to come. So just talk to me about how great the event has been this year in particular.
Yeah, definitely. This year it's a different setup, actually. We have 4 championship games, as you see right now. This is championship game number 1 with Newark Tech versus Hackensack. As you mentioned, TJ Robinson had 50 points versus an undefeated Dwight Inglewood team who's no slouch at all. So he earned every 50 point. It's great to see kids like that. TJ's from Patterson. I knew TJ since he was born, so wish nothing to the best to him and his family and his team here later today. I know they will have a tough opponent versus Ramapo, and I'm looking for a very high competitive game.
It's going to be a great game.
Yeah, definitely, and that's the best thing. Jim has always done a great job by putting must-watch TV together. We're here at Jingle Bells today. Sunday we'll be back for the New Year's jump-off, which is going to be an absolute movie, as the kids love to say. I'm young myself, I say it myself, but it will be packed here Sunday on January 1st as well.
And Justin, you know, I got to know, we see the kids going out there getting after it, getting the points. I want to know for you, what was it that made you get after it and start in this brand?
I just saw, honestly, when I was in grad school, I didn't feel like I was super connected. I was actually at University of Arkansas for grad school, and I just felt like I wasn't tuned into what was going on, whether it's basketball or football. So it was great to have companies like All Abilities Live come together with us and be a partner of ours to make sure, whether you're here in New Jersey, whether you're all the way on the West Coast in California, you cannot miss a beat at all. So we just wanted to jump in, and I wanted to use some of my opportunities that I was able to have with our sports program at University of Arkansas and give some of those similar opportunities with the youth and high school athletes. As you see, we have play-by-play announcing, right? We wanted to make sure the media is right. Social media is huge nowadays. So everything that you literally see on the collegiate level or the or professional level, we're bringing it here to high school sports.
Well, Justin Wimberly, Zone 6 Sports, it was a pleasure having you on. What a spectacular event, and I can't wait to see what today holds for us.
Thank you, guys. Happy holidays.
Maybe another 50 clip, maybe another game-winning buzzer beater, but no matter what, great basketball in store, and thank you for your role in it.
Thank you, guys. My pleasure.
We're going to take a quick reset here on All Abilities Live. We'll be back for second half action in a minute. Back here, Garden State Hoops on All Abilities Live. I'm Jack Bartek, Brandon Marazzo, Anthony Cafone back here joining us after a great halftime interview with Justin Wimberly of Zone 6 Sports. Getting ready for half number 2 at the Jingle Bells Jubilee 2022 Quad 1 Championship. Hackensack holding a 28-27 lead, and they'll look to hold it here in the second half.
It's definitely going to be a battle for sure, man. As we said, we just saw an 11-point deficit cut down to 1 right before half.
I mean, this Newark Tech team's coming in this game 5-0, and right now they're showing it. I mean, they got down early, but they weren't down for much longer, and they've been playing really well in that second quarter, in the later half of it.
Demir Shelley with a nice crossover. Floats it down to Addison, out of bounds. It'll go back to Newark Tech. And I'll tell you what, guys, a little bit interesting to see Malcolm Bragg back out there for Newark Tech. He's got 3 fouls, so he has to be very careful.
Got to get after him, man. If you were a Hackensack, you were looking at that number all day long. Oh!
And he absorbs the contact there from Afrifa, and that is no easy hit to take.
And that's Afrifa's 3rd foul, too, so now he might have to take a little bit of extended break.
Yeah, Afrifa with that 6'4", 180-pound frame. I mean, that was definitely a shot. Granted, it was clean. He was going for the steal, got a little bit of the ball, but just too much body contact there.
Yeah, he shows his prowess on the football field for the Comets, and he showed that strength over the middle right there. But picks up his 3rd foul in the process. Long 2, no good. Nice rebound by Boyd, but that's too strong. Bragg inside won't go, but a foul, and let's see who they get. Doesn't look like it'll be Afrifa, no. It's going to be Kevin Addison picking up the foul, and a sigh of relief for Coach Taylor and the Comets on that sideline as a subs gets sets to check in. First free throw for Bragg is short. He'll have another chance to tie it, though. Devon Kitchens back in, and they're going to send Afrifa to the bench anyway with that 3rd foul.
Yeah, you definitely have to right there. You want him down the stretch. It's way too early to be seeing him get in foul trouble.
Second free throw rattles out. A fight for the board, and it'll stay with Newark Tech.
And if you're being honest, Afrifa going off, he hasn't really been much of a contributor today. So, I mean, they've been playing well without his scoring prowess today. So, I mean, they could probably do what they usually do without him on the floor.
I think it's that big body defense that you're facing.
Bragg the corner 3. That's too strong. And Shelley has the rebound squeak out to him. A minute gone by in the 3rd quarter. No score yet in the 2nd half. Still a 1-point Hackensack lead. Smith looking to get that one down low to Kitchens. And he can't get the English on it, and it goes out of bounds.
If he was able to complete that, I might have lost my mind.
Well, dude, I'll tell you right now, Kitchens kind of missed the setup right there. He was looking for him early before he forced it to him, but he was trying to get the backdoor cut on the other side.
Estrada checks in for Hackensack. That one just rolls out, and it's pulled down by Addison. Newark Tech answering with a little bit of pressure of their own in the 2nd half. Not quite as intense as Hackensack's is, but making them think about getting the ball over a little bit. Demir Shelley in the pick and roll. He's thrived there so far today. Pulls the 3. It's short. Rebound bouncing outside. A nice save. But Shelley has it. The 3 ball near side Diaz. It's short. Another offensive rebound. Shelley, great extra pass, and Addison has the lay-in.
That's exactly what they needed right there. You see, they were just getting a little too ahead of themselves, trying to force, but then they get into the groove, the ball movement. That's where they're going to beat Newark Tech.
Wonderful team basketball for the Comets. Back the other way. Boyd has a free one inside. Tyshawn Boyd has been spectacular for the Terriers so far today.
Marcus Brown almost playing his own defense right there, taking on 2-on-1.
Jamiko Smith dishing it off to Addison. Another bucket for Kevin Addison.
Can't be afraid to go down low amongst the trees, Jackie. I'm telling you, they're bringing a lot of height, but they're good perimeter defenders. That's what they're worried about right now.
Nice Euro step. Brown gets the spin off the rim, and it's good.
Somewhere Manu Ginobili is loving that look.
That was the true Euro step.
With the left hand.
32-31, Hackensack still leading. Diaz pull up at the free throw line, just off the front iron. Another tough rebound for Boyd. And you can kind of see Hackensack hurting down low without Afrifa. Bragg going the other way. Great play defensively by Addison to go straight up.
But Jackie, he got you on that one too. Addison saying, we good. We doing all right down low.
Yeah, he answered back immediately.
Nice block.
And it looks like he had the wind knocked out of him, but he ran back down the other way. Diaz a wing 3. That one's too short. So both teams having a bit of trouble knocking down shots to start the 2nd half, but it has not been a lack of action. Bragg this time pulls up, short. Boyd inside, layup no good, but a foul.
Both teams coming out of the break here with tempo, tempo, tempo. That's the name of the game right now. Not wasting any time in the offensive end, just trying to just pound it inside the paint. I mean, like you said, Jack, not much scoring early on here, but they're not wasting any time.
Offensive boards, that's what's been the story right now. Chance to tie it up, potentially take the lead.
First free throw, no good for Boyd. Those rims are super tight. No friendly rolls for either side. And we'll see Jordan and Polly check back in with the Kobe Grinches on feet in the holiday spirit.
I was just about to mention something about that. I'm glad you did.
Second free throw's good for Boyd, and knock out everything that happened before. It's 32-32, a clean slate with just over 12 minutes total of basketball to go.
I really want to see Polly pick right where he left off. I mean, you see how the Grinch stole Christmas. Well, it's Polly how he stole the ball today.
And Polly on the near side handling. Fakes the handoff, trying to get it down low, and Malcolm Bragg, still in the World Cup spirit, showed off the
left foot.
The coordination.
A la Messi. Go.
Stop it. Speaking of Messi, rest in peace.
Don't let these two get going, but
rest in peace to the great Pele, as we were watching some great basketball here this afternoon.
Shamiko Smith gets it in, and Shelley will reset. Just under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Shelley showing off the handles, had it taken away. Nice help defense from Bragg, and the Comets steal it right back. It's like a pinball match.
Good play by Estrada there. That was going to be an easy two the other way.
Shelley all alone, knocks down the three. Hackensack with a timeout right after taking the lead. It's 35-32 on the back of the Demir Shelley triple.
Hey, man, I'll tell you right now, if I am Malcolm Bragg, I might have broken a clipboard on that one. He was wide open running. They just couldn't get the pass to him. That is some great recovery defense from Hackensack. And then finding the open shooter, again drilling it. And it just seems like every time North Tech gets close, the Comets find a way to start pulling back away.
Yeah, 11 points from Shelley right now. He's been the main ball facilitator for this team today. He's been doing a good job moving the ball. You saw that one nice little pass down the low block, able to free up. That was the one point you guys made with that good team basketball. And now he's on the outside, hit his first three right there. He's doing it all in the offensive end. And he's a scrappy young point guard, man. He could get some steals the other end as well.
Dude, I'm giving some props to head coach Aaron Taylor, really knowing when to bring in the right personnel, and he's trusting the younger guys. We're seeing a lot of sophomores get some playing time here and making their presence known.
Well, Brandon, that is a legend in Bergen County basketball. Aaron Taylor in his 13th season at Hackensack, over 200 wins as the head coach of the Comets, 3 sectional championships for Hackensack, and he has built a powerhouse.
Hey, man, his team is shining right now. They are zooming in this one, but still a lot of game left, and we got a 3-point game, fellas.
And, guys, this is only game one. Columbia and Bayonne in the on-deck circle right after this one. But we got to finish this game, and it's been a good one so far. That one over and back, it'll go back to Hackensack.
Trying to reset there, and you saw that pass get away from Brown. Rolled back across court.
And now they're going to say inadvertent whistle, I suppose, because it's going to stay with Newark Tech.
Yeah, that was weird, definitely. But the
so they say it might have hit the Hackensack player then?
Yeah, believe that was the case. Bragg pulling up the free throw line. He's got it.
Hey, ball don't lie. Now a 1-point game here. Beautiful mid-range game we just saw.
Yeah, Malcolm Bragg has been smooth in that mid-range. Some say that it is a dying art, but Malcolm Bragg taking full advantage today. Great feed down low to Addison. It's blocked, but a second too late by Boyd. It'll be a goaltend. And Marcos Estrada with a great feed, and Addison has another easy bucket.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not even mad if I'm a coach, man. That's great effort to get up there. And you never know. Sometimes you get the call, must have hit the glass. Ball was definitely still on its way up, but I think it touched the back of the glass.
Bragg through contact, no good, but he'll head to the free throw line again. So Malcolm Bragg, for just a sophomore, has really taken over the action for the Terriers and forced the issue.
I mean, he's really tall for a point guard. He could probably play 1 to the 4 if he really wanted to. Just a point forward almost. Magic Johnson type build. He can do it all right now. He did a good job driving, getting the foul. Good. What else can you say?
Well, dude, I'm telling you right now, he's rocking that 24 proudly right now. And if you're a head coach, man, you got to wonder with the number choices. Yeah, if I'm a head coach, you take a certain number, you better live up to it.
Knocks down a pair of free throws right there. He's got a little DeMar DeRozan to his game. Is that one stolen away? Mark Brown will take it across. But I just love how Bragg has operated in the mid-range today. Nice pressure from Hackensack, and they'll get a foul up top on Impali. He's in some foul trouble as well.
Yeah, Impali just trying to get a little too excited there. He's trying to get another steal, trying to pick up where he left off in that first half.
Bragg floats it into Boyd, who pulls up with no hesitation off the back rim. Hackensack slowing it down just a bit. And now Shelley gets it back out. Holding a 1-point lead with 2 minutes to play in the third. Shelley gets the screen. Great feed down low to Addison, but he can't finish. Oh, Demir Shelley with a picture-perfect pass. And Addison just couldn't convert.
That one hurt, not going to lie. That was such a beautiful pass. You want to see that finished off.
Working inside, Bragg through the contact. No good. He wanted a foul, but it's not coming.
I think he should have got one.
Smith the other way. No good, but a foul. And Jamiko Smith not happy with himself. He thinks he should have had an N1 opportunity. Nice hustle down the other end. I believe it was Tyshawn Boyd who
get Boyd for that one.
Yeah, he drew the foul, but at least he affected the shot enough to not make it an N1.
And you see the coaches actually calling it. They're saying that it should be an N1. They're saying that there was goaltending on it.
He did slap the backboard. The only question is, as Smith misses the first free throw, is if Boyd caught even a piece of the basketball on the way up, it doesn't matter if you hit the backboard.
Yeah.
Pair subs for each side.
1:40 remaining here in quarter number 3 as he makes the second one. 2-point game.
Zana Neguse seeing his first action, the 6'6 junior for Hackensack. Here's a corner three, left short. Nice box out by Smith. Smith pushing the pace. Shelley pulls up in transition. Too strong. Outlet pass up ahead to Boyd. All alone. Lays it in. Really great feed by Bragg to start that break. And we are all tied up at 38. Pull up. Blocked. Great defense by Marcus Bragg. And Newark Tech recovers.
Not great shot selection there from Impali on that end. Moving shot, had a guy in his face. He had that whole lane wide open. I don't know why he elected to take that shot.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing with Shelley. I would have liked to seen him penetrate instead of popping that three.
Bragg, head fake, driving, laying, with the spin, no good. Neguse the rebound. Shelley, beautiful bounce pass. Smith lays it in, and the foul!
Yes, sir. That's what it's all about, finding the open man, getting the basket. He got it the hard way that time. Not a problem as he heads to the stripe with an N1 opportunity. 36 seconds remaining here.
Well, Demir Shelley and Jamiko Smith, that is a double huddle tape special right there. The perfect bounce pass in transition. Smith absorbing the contact and finishing.
Yeah, some scout somewhere is going to be loving that one. Whoa, what is going on here?
They're saying no basket?
There should be some free throws here.
What? Come on.
I don't know what this could possibly
you see
be.
Taylor outside trying to explain.
I mean, there's no continuation in high school basketball, but that wasn't even close. He was fouled as he was going up, unless they're saying that there was a whistle before.
Yeah, no way. What just happened here? Wow. I'm declaring shenanigans.
But they counted the basket. So they counted the basket. It must have been an away from the ball foul.
Yeah, off ball.
Yeah, that is interesting. I'm not sure what just happened. Oh!
And Polly had the three blocked away. Great defense by Bragg. He gets it back on the break and lays it in, and we are all tied up again. 10 seconds left to play in the third. Shelley eases it over. Smith wants the screen. Resets it. Going left, 3 seconds left, pulls up, got the three, at the horn, and Hackensack will take a 3-point lead into the final frame.
Walk your walk, young man. Wow.
talk your talk after that one. Who do you think you are with a shot like that? I'll tell you, you just took the lead. Unbelievable. The momentum going into the fourth, absolutely phenomenal. That was beautiful.
You got to have a ton of confidence to run 12 seconds off the clock at the end of the quarter and step into a contested 3-ball at the buzzer. He did just that, and if you're going to take it, you better make it.
Dude, I'm not going to even lie to you. I'm like, what are you doing? They're wasting the clock here. You got to get this shot going. I would have liked to see them attack. I'm going to just shut up real quick because he lulls him to sleep real quick, hits it, absolute. I don't even know. Dude, that is fire in the soul right there to go for that, to just say, I don't even care right now. I'm taking this shot. I'm not afraid of the big moment. And if I miss it, we go to the fourth all tied up. But that is such a huge momentum. I swear, every time the Terriers get close, the Comets come flying across the sky, causing damage.
And Jamiko Smith, only a freshman.
13 points.
He stands at 5'11", 165, but he plays much bigger. And I'll tell you what, keep that name in the back of your mind because over the next 4 years, he is going to carve out a legacy here at Hackensack High School.
Yeah, you got that right. Jamiko Smith, Jordan and Polly, definitely names to be looking out for. And I'll tell you right now, Aaron Taylor, no matter the outcome of this game, has got to be proud of his young guys stepping up in the big moment, especially in Polly. He gets a step back, it's going to be a problem.
Listen, if you told me at the start of the fourth quarter, Hackensack would be leading by 3 and a forward would have 2 points, I think you're mental.
Yeah.
But that's the story right now.
They've done a great job overcoming some struggles for their star. And they lead it by 3 with 7.5 minutes to play. That one taken away by Mark Brown. And he layers it in on the other end. Demir Shelley had some trouble handling it. And they give 2 points to the Terriers.
Hey, the Comets are really hurting themselves here. Sometimes with the shot selection is leading to that transition, those fast breaks. And then here with the miscommunication, if they can just slow things down and get it going, they're well in control of this game.
Coming off the screen, catch and shoot no good for Castro. And a chance to take the lead for Newark Tech. Pull up 3, Marcus Bragg, no good. Missed everything. A great save, but it'll go to the Comets.
What an effort there from Kyrie Fisher.
Into the lane, Castro feeding to Neguse, and he'll be hit with the travel. Some subs here for Hackensack. We're finally going to see a free for re-enter, and he'll be joined by Kevin Addison. And now a third sub, Aaron Batista, checking in.
I guess they said he moved the pivot foot on the shot.
Yeah, I think, no, it was a good call.
Yeah, it was the right call.
Like he moved his feet.
So 1 point Hackensack lead, just under 7 minutes to play. Quickly given away by the Terriers. Looking up ahead, a free fall on the break. Oh, it just rolls out. And a loose ball foul going against Hackensack. So Newark Tech is going to get the basketball here. And I think they're going to get Jamiko Smith on that one.
If they can get a free for going right now, the Comets are in a good position, but they got to find a way to be getting these buckets. The game is way too close. And you see, Terriers starting to claw their way back into it. 1 point game.
Nice ball movement here from Newark Tech. Bragg catches at the free throw line, feeds it down low. Nice defense from Hackensack. Ball on the floor, a scramble for it. Addison had it, and a quick timeout for Coach Taylor and the Comets. And a wise one because that would have been close to a travel.
Yeah. Absolutely. I honestly thought that they called a reach in there for a second. I was like, no way. You got to let him play. But that is a perfect timeout there from Aaron Taylor.
I think what I've been noticing from this Newark Tech team, when they are on the offensive end, it's when the ball doesn't even hit the ground.
Yeah.
It's just bang, 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 pass, shot. I don't think that when they're playing their game in the half-court set and the ball's not even hitting the ground, that's when they're getting their good looks. I think they got to keep sticking to that. I think Bragg knows that.
Yeah, and a really balanced attack for both sides. It hasn't been one player taking over as we've seen in some of the games in this tournament. This has been just good team basketball, and you see what it results in, a 1 point game with 6:19 to play.
But I can't stress this enough. Both teams attacking inside. The three-point shots really aren't there right now. We did see a big one coming from the third quarter, right before the fourth, but I really would like to see both teams attack inside. That's where we're seeing both of them shine.
Jamiko Smith will handle it for the Comets out of the timeout. This is a big possession for them to capitalize here. Having the ability to draw something up in that break, and they could really provide some separation. Smith, the hook shot off glass, won't go. And now Mark Brown running the break, going right down the middle. Euro stepping, can't get the bounce. A horde of Terriers is there, and Mark Brown gets his own miss and puts it in.
I mean, Brown, Boyd, and Bragg, Malcolm Bragg, have all the points right now in this quarter for Newark Tech, and they've been explosive.
And a great job by the Terriers getting back there. Good hustle, and it pays off, getting the second chance too. Shelley going right off the screen, has the switch, kick out. Smith, a deep three won't go, but a free throw is there for the offensive board. So Hackensack has not trailed for much of this game, but they do right now. Shelley, the up and under, goes, and the foul!
Finally, Shelley going inside penetration, and then you see the double clutch move to get over the big man's arm and gets the and one opportunity.
Demir Shelley has shown spectacular body control, ball handling all game long, and you saw a combination of it all right there, and he finishes, and a chance to put him in front by 2, but the free throw no good. So back to a 1-point Hackensack lead. It feels like we're watching a tug of war right now. Back and forth we go. Down to 5 minutes to play. Floater, too strong. Shelley has the rebound, so Fisher tried to go quickly. Hackensack, a chance to add some cushion. Shelley looking for something to open up. And now Hackensack into a set. Shelley gets the handoff. Has the screen. Nice defense from Bragg into the lane. Trying to draw contact, and he does. It'll be on the pass, so it'll just be a baseline out of bounds. No free throws for the Comets.
Still good things happening when Shelley's penetrating, man. He looks like the smallest guy on the court, and that's what you have to do. You know he's got that lower center of gravity. You can get those bigger guys off the feet, and you can get those looks because you're just kind of a step quicker than everybody, you know?
Freshman Smith to inbound. Gets it to Shelley despite some good pressure from Mark Brown. And now Shelley will slow it down. No reason to rush if you're Hackensack with a 1-point lead. You want to drain as much of this clock as possible.
I like this shot clock.
Yeah. No shot clock. If they can handle it, they can hold it for all 4 minutes. And it almost seems like that's the plan right now.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think I would love to see the shot clock implemented.
I definitely think it improves the game.
30 seconds, no problem. Doesn't need to be 24.
Shelley kicking out a corner 3. Too strong for Smith, but it's tracked down by Addison. A fight for it, and it'll go back to Newark Tech. So some great basketball from Kyrie Fisher, chasing it down into the corner, and he wins a loose ball for the Terriers.
Yeah, I got to question that. I thought he might have smacked that one out, but the ref clearly had a better eye than I did.
Now Newark Tech a chance to capitalize after the turnover. Bragg all alone, corner 3. No good, but he's fouled. Afrifa can't believe it, and I believe that's going to be the 4th on Afrifa.
And it looked like he landed in that shooting zone. Might have been a little bit of acting there from Bragg.
Well, he definitely didn't Reggie Miller, that's for sure. Legs were together. Definitely just got his landing space taken out.
First free throw no good, but that's wise. If there's any contact, go down. Try and draw the whistle, especially in such a tight game where points are at a premium.
You see James Harden do it all the time.
Yeah, get yourself some free ones. Second one no good, so maybe this is a case of,
ball don't lie.
The classic Rasheed Wallace. Afrifa going to head to the bench with his 4th. Aaron Batista comes in, so Hackensack giving up some size there. The 6'4" Afrifa gives way to the 5'10" Batista as Bragg comes up empty on a trio of free throws. And Coach Aaron Taylor wants to talk it over after the Comets dodge a bullet.
Hey, I got to tell you right now, shout out Marquise Brown, though. Most coaches would have been livid, would have got in their players for missing those free throws. Son comes back in and says, hey, shake it off. We still got 3 minutes and 36 seconds left to play. That's what it's all about, man. This kid's a sophomore. We got some youngins out here. They're still trying to learn the game, and that's just great coaching because there's no point of getting down on a player in that situation right there. You know, you got to build them up, especially when you need them to make something happen. Down 1, 3 minutes, 36 seconds remaining, you know?
Yeah, I think right now you're seeing both teams implementing similar strategies, trying to hold on to the ball, try to find something inside, and then they'll try to do that little drive and kick out. And I think that's what both teams are starting to implement. It's been the same sort of stylistic game. I think when you see two teams that implement the same sort of style, it sort of clashes really well. I think we've seen it right now.
And Malcolm Bragg came into this one 3 of 4 from the free throw line on the year, so uncharacteristic there for him to miss all 3, but you get into a big situation in these games, and I'll tell you, it's not like you're lining up to take them in practice. It's definitely added pressure.
And, you know, Jack, you played high school ball, right?
Of course.
What's it like being at the line in that moment, man, where it's a one-point game and you got a chance to make something happen here?
It's tough. I always loved it because your juices are flowing, and you live for that type of pressure and that feeling. But especially in a gym like this, it's starting to fill up as we head towards the afternoon games. Just a good atmosphere against a good team in a highly contested game. It's not easy, and people think that they're just free points, but you got to knock them down. And as much as you can't excuse going 0 for 3 from the line, it's not as easy as it might seem. So 1 point Hackensack lead, 45-44, 3:15 to play. The counterpoint is that without Malcolm Bragg, they wouldn't even be in this one, as Addison draws the foul down low. Bragg has been the one to lift the Terriers time and time again today when it seemed like they were down and out. It seems like he always has the answer. So we'll see if he has one more answer left. As finally checking back into the game is Tyshawn Boyd. Kyrie Fisher heads out. Boyd has been so good for the Terriers today, posting a double-double. Shelley catches on the near side, working quickly. Pulls up at the free throw line. It's short. Addison the board. Back up. No good, but a foul.
Getting his own rebound, just tough inside. Right now, it seems like Hackensack's just been dominating on the offensive glass, and Newark Tech just can't close out those possessions, and it's really been detrimental. They might, right now, I think, I'm just estimating here, I think Hackensack probably has around 8 to 10 second chance points.
And that's I believe that's Boyd who just got the foul, and I think the officials are discussing right now if that's his 5th. No, they changed the foul call. And it's going to go against Jalen Barker. I believe if that was Boyd, it would have been his 5th foul.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right, Jack. And that's something to keep in mind if I'm the Comets.
Yeah, and a bullet dodged.
And again, Kevin Addison getting another friendly roll. Seems to be the only friendly rolls that are being dished out in this one.
He can only make it a 1-possession game here and get it up to 3 if he knocks down the second free throw. And he can't do it, so it remains a 2-point game with just 3 minutes to go. On the near side, it's Bragg. Working baseline, drives, kicks up top. Bragg has some room, pulls the 3, left it short. Great work by Boyd, and he draws the foul. Tyshawn Boyd has been all over the glass for the Terriers, and he's got a chance to tie this one up at the charity stripe.
And you see Bautista not loving that call. Well, definitely some tangle up underneath the hoop.
Yeah,
and a chance to tie it.
Even if they don't call that foul, he picks up an offensive rebound on that one. I mean, he has just been a dog on the glass today. Taking his time with a deep breath. Front end of a 1-and-1, no good, and a great rebound from Addison. So the Terriers struggling at the line down the stretch. Down to 2:30 to play here in game 1 of the championship round of the Jingle Bell Jubilee, and Brown picks up the foul, and I think that's his 5th.
That's tough.
So Malcolm Bragg is going to have to check out for the Terriers. Coming in his place is Kyrie Fisher, but we mentioned it before. Malcolm Bragg was the one who time and time again stepped up for the Terriers. They're going to have to play these last 2.5 minutes and try and come back without him.
Team's leading scorer with 13 points today, and you lose a spark plug like that who's been playing lights out. And now you got 2:31, and this team has a lot of height right now. You can look at Hackensack. They got all the height in the world out there. So it's going to be tough because you don't have that nice driver and a slasher that you should go to.
First free throw good for Batista, and he's got a chance to make it a 2-possession game with the second one. On its way, and it's good. So 48-44, Hackensack taking control a little bit, but still 2.5 minutes to go. Not over yet. Working it up top, swinging it around. Great defensive effort from Hackensack, but a whistle. Jamiko Smith got a little overzealous out top, and it'll be a 1-on-1 situation for Newark Tech, so another chance at the line.
Things are getting spicy here, fellas, especially Malcolm Bragg checking out, which, by the way, even though he fell down, he should be holding his head very well high because
100%.
If it wasn't for him, we're not even looking at this close of a game with his run that he went on, cutting down the deficit basically by himself.
Big free throw for Fisher, and he gets the shooter's roll.
I wonder, I'm just going to, is Taylor going to bring in a free throw for these last 2 minutes? 4 fouls?
You'd have to imagine
not?
at some point. But he is still on that bench with 2:16 to play. Second one on the way for Fisher. That one won't go. A fight for the board. Newark Tech has it. Layup is good. Jalen Barker right there, and it's down to 1.
That was a huge moment here. And I'm telling you, if I'm the Comets, I'm trying to chew off as much clock as possible right now.
Shelley handling up top. Nice defense from Brown, but Shelley showing off the handles. Smith feeding down low, the layup blocked away. It was Barker once again, a chance for Newark Tech to take the lead. Boyd in some trouble, finally gets it away. Bragg working baseline, and he's fouled, and he will head to the line with a chance to tie and give Newark Tech the lead.
And look who just got up off the bench. A free throw checking in.
And you just wonder if a Freefa had been in the game for that last pair of free throws.
Probably doesn't, North Tech probably doesn't get that offensive board there. I'm with you, man. I was thinking the same thing.
And that last possession right there, I mean, for Addison, he's got to make a better play on that baseline. That defense, he just let him right by, had that easy foul. You can't be putting guys at the line in this situation.
First one no good for Marcus Bragg, so the free throw struggles continuing to hurt Newark Tech. Still a chance to tie as they're in the double bonus. And that one rattles in. So he at least gets the second and evens this one up at 48. And a timeout, Aaron Taylor. So a quick 4-0 run for Newark Tech to draw this thing back even. And Aaron Taylor wastes no time bringing his team to the bench and talking this one over, and wisely so.
Yeah, I definitely like the timeout there, just trying to settle things. Short time, minute 34. I'm looking to chew clock. I'm looking to get a quality look. I'm not looking to shoot threes. It hasn't been their thing. Yes, they've gotten lucky in some clutch moments, but I definitely would like to see a nice set play. I'd like to see somebody penetrate, get those backdoor cuts. That's where they're finding the looks. I know the last one got blocked, but that's been the bread and butter of what's been working, and you got to keep on feasting there where you can.
I think right now you just sort of look through the fundamentals. I think right now you give Shelley the ball and you just let him go to work. His change of direction, his speed, I don't think they got anybody on that Newark Tech sideline that could really match him. And when you had that one person, that was Bragg, he's out of the game right now. So
yeah.
you don't have that guy can really match up with Shelley outside. Do an ISO play, get him alone.
I would really like to see a free for go out Boyd right now. Get him the ball. Let's see what he can do.
We said it before, Coach Taylor, over 200 wins and 3 section titles at Hackensack. Is there anybody that you trust much more to draw up an out-of-bounds play with the game on the line? Smith lost the handle. It's stolen away by Boyd on the break. Gathers and lays it in, and Newark Tech has a 2-point lead.
Wow.
What a play from Tyshawn Boyd.
And again, the Comets just hurting themselves, man. They got to protect the ball.
Newark Tech bench making some noise. Shelley looking to answer. Great defense from Kyrie Fisher. Shelley off the screen, drives right, floats it off the side of the backboard, but Afrifa has the miss. Down to 52 ticks to play. Going left, Batista into the lane, draws the foul, and he'll have a chance to tie it up at the line. But these are the ones where, your legs start feeling like Jell-O.
Aaron Bautista, a senior, though, you got to figure he's used to these moments. I don't think there's really anybody that you'd rather have at the line right now.
One of just 2 seniors on this team for Hackensack. Big spot for him right here. First one on its way, and good. Aaron Batista looking to step up for the Comets and bring this one back to 50 apiece. Second one, too strong. Newark Tech has the rebound. No shot clock in New Jersey. So Hackensack is going to have to draw a turnover or foul. And finally, Newark Tech takes a timeout. They were in some trouble right there.
Marquise Bragg recognizing that his player needed some help there. Great timeout because the turnover looked like it was coming.
Yeah.
The East Orange Hall of Famer Marquise Bragg played for the Timberwolves and starred at Providence. So he has that big game experience and trying to give it to his players right now.
I think right now, if you're in the Hackensack huddle, I think you got to scheme up maybe a half-court trap. Maybe you get away from the press for a second and then scheme across somebody to maybe trap him in the corner, get a steal. You need something. I don't think – you could also send him to the line, like you said, because the free throw struggles have been there. So send somebody to the line or try to trap someone in the corner.
I want Jordan Impali in the game. I want the sophomore on the court right this second. He's been coming up with the steals. He only has 1 foul. Get him out there. There's nothing that could hurt you. Get that kid on the floor right now. Let's see him shine, man. I don't think he's going to go with it. I think we're going to see a more experienced lineup. But I'm telling you, that's it. Bring the Grinch back in and let him steal the Christmas victory, all right?
I'd have to think the Terriers want the ball in the hands of Marcus Bragg. He's a 70% free throw shooter on the season, but he's the man inbounding for Newark Tech coming out of the timeout. So if there's any time to foul, maybe it's right away for Hackensack and just try and play the free throw game with a team that has struggled at the line down the stretch. They're trying to force a steal. Bragg gets it back, and he draws a whistle. I don't think it was an intentional foul. But either way, Bragg is going to head to the line.
Yeah, he got him with the body.
That one?
He got him with the body.
Yeah, he was riding him from about half court. Mm-hmm. So there's only so much that you could let go there. And Hackensack was pushing the envelope a bit, trying to draw a turnover. Bragg knocks down the first. They can only make it a 3-point game, so Hackensack would still have a chance to tie with 35 seconds left if they so choose to try and knock it out in one possession. Second one good. Ice in the veins of Marcus Bragg. A whistle, and it's just going to be a substitution as Kenny Diaz comes in the game for Hackensack. Saw him knock down a triple earlier on. He can shoot it from outside. Diaz has hit 19 threes already this season, and a whistle off the inbound.
That was the fastest whistle I have ever seen.
Yeah, Shelley took like an elbow to the face there.
And that's not what you want.
If you're Hackensack.
Yeah.
No, if you're Newark Tech, because no time come off the clock here.
Yeah, if you're Newark Tech, I don't think you want Hackensack scoring here with the clock stopped.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you right now, I would have been looking for that three.
It depends on Shelley making these free throws, and the first one bounces in.
I mean, what can you say about Demir Shelley today? Just absolutely remarkable.
And we'll see in that first half, it was the Hackensack press that made all the difference. See if they could dial up here one more time and force a Newark Tech turnover. The lead is down to 1, and a timeout, Newark Tech.
35.
This is a game of chess
seconds.
right
So that's the problem now. You just lost less than a second off the clock and allowed Hackensack to cut it down to 1 possession. So the probability is that even if you don't turn it over, you're going to get fouled and go to the line where you haven't been great down the stretch.
And, you know, this is the moment where, like, you have to think back on it. If there had been a shot clock here, totally different game.
Yeah,
they can
100%.
sit back. If you're Newark Tech, you're sitting back. You're looking to get fouled, no problem. And if you're not getting fouled, you're looking to take as much time off as humanly possible. where if you're the Comets now you got to force something. If you can't get a quick steal, you got to get hands on somebody, make it the 3-point game, and hopefully someone comes up and makes a play, whether that's an and one or whether you take the shot and live and die by the 3.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a game of runs. I mean, that's what the game of basketball is in a nutshell, game of runs. And this has been the epitome of that. Both teams have gone on runs throughout this entire game. I think right now, if you're Hackensack, you're just looking for a stop. I mean, I think right now you can allow Newark Tech to give them the outside space for a couple seconds, see if they'll be willing to take a shot and make a mistake.
Yeah, man. If you listen, you got to also give credit to Newark Tech. The fact that they've been hanging in this one, they cut the deficit, they taken the lead. You know, I believe their first lead happened in the 3rd quarter, and then just still fighting their way, able to hang on with 1 point. I mean, they've shown off so much heart right now. Both teams, this has been a phenomenal contest. 35 seconds away from seeing who will be raising the trophies.
And Newark Tech trailed by as many as 11 in that first half. They run the double out of bounds play, looking to throw it down court. It's stolen by Afrifa. Hackensack has it back down, 1 with 30 seconds left.
What was that?
Jamiko Smith driving left, kicking out at Shelley. Down to 22 seconds to play. Hackensack got to get something here. Shelley, shifty, into the lane, feeds to Addison. Layup no good. Newark Tech has it. A fight for the loose ball. It's Brown, and he's going to be fouled with 12 seconds to go.
Coach Bragg got away with it. I don't know what that inbound play was. They throw the touchdown pass. Afrifa intercepts it. And then a wide open layup.
A beautiful feed by Shelley. Hackensack just couldn't convert, and now it's going to be Mark Brown with the pressure free throws, trying to make this a 3-point game. He'll get a pair here in the double bonus. The first one is good. Nothing but net. Kenny Diaz back into the game, the 3-point specialist. They got their rebounders, Addison and Afrifa, down on the block. Second one on the way from Brown. That one rattles off. A fight for it. And Newark Tech comes away with it. Almost stolen by Afrifa. And now Marcus Bragg is going to head to the free throw line. Once again, it's the effort down low. Tyshawn Boyd got it started. Barker came away with it. And Newark Tech has a chance to put this one on ice.
That was insane. What an effort down low and a chance to put this one out of reach. And as you said, the kid shoots 70%. Oh, man, this is
the way we've been seeing free throws today, Maz, it's not a given.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's not
you're
a given.
right. You're right. But where has this kid been? 15.
That's going to be Zana Naguse checking in for Afrifa, who just picked up his 5th foul.
Well, that's just for a rebound. They need a rebound.
Naguse standing at 6'6". So Bragg, who came into the day 70% free throw shooter, misses the first. So he can, once again, only make it a 3-point game. This one is not over.
And missed free throws down the stretch have hurt both teams.
7 seconds to play. Second free throw from Bragg is good. Hackensack needs a 3 to tie it. And don't touch your controller. Stay right here because a timeout from Aaron Taylor is going to let this one marinate a little bit.
I mean, these last 40 seconds have felt like 40 minutes. I mean, this has just been two great coaches just trying to see what the other one will do. I mean, there have been some mistakes from both sides. Some people have capitalized, some haven't. It's just been right here. If Newark Tech could just hit a few more free throws, we wouldn't be worrying about this game being the way it is right now.
This has been the most emotional game of high school basketball I've ever watched in my entire life. Both teams battling. You think one's going to actually put the game away. The other one says, no, I'm still here. Let's get it. All right, and the dogs are going to be dogs and go after it.
And here we go for Hackensack. I feel like the ball has to get into Kenny Diaz's hands. He's hit 19 threes this year, and every coach in the history of basketball has a play in their pocket to get a three-point shooter open. Will it work? Who knows? But every coach has one. I'm excited to see what Coach Taylor draws up here.
Problem is, Jack, you got 7 seconds to develop this play, and I don't know how much time you really have to get a shooter open.
I would look for an elevator screen here.
Yeah.
Run the two men picking at the free throw line, have Diaz come through and try and get him open up top. I mean, it's the most classic play in the book. But
get the wall up.
The problem is they have to go the length of the court.
Fellas, that is a very small lineup. You know that they are looking for the three. This is definitely the shooter set for sure.
Diaz is all the way down on the far baseline. Castro to inbound. Shelley gets it across. 5 seconds left. Smith has all the room. Oh, it's a wedgie.
It's a brick.
Oh, no. Jamiko Smith had room,
But
and
do
with
they have the
1.8 seconds left,
Possession arrow.
it's a wedgie, but the possession arrow stays with Hackensack.
This
So they
is
get another
insane.
shot at it.
This is absolutely insane. Fellas, they hit this shot. I might flip the
So
table.
as much as you want that to go in, that's like a second best case scenario because you get a second life here and a side out with 1.8 to go. Castro gets it to Diaz, a three ball. Diaz at the horn!
Sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Kenny Diaz, the senior coming through. The turnaround no-look jumper. Yes, sir. We go into overtime. This is what it's about. This is why we hear Garden State Hoops bringing you the best basketball in the state of New Jersey, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
My goodness.
From the parking lot. From the parking lot. From across the parking lot.
He caught
from
that.
the next county. From Passaic. I don't know.
He caught that with his back to the basket with 1.8 to play, and Kenny Diaz just saved the game for the Comets.
I just had a heart attack. I just came back to life. That was absolutely insane. Kenny Diaz is a bad man. Oh, my.
It almost
Dude,
feels
you know
like,
what it is? You know what it is,
It
bro?
almost feels like Jamiko Smith should get an assist for that one, for winning Hackensack the jump ball arrow.
Jack, we talked about this, man. The Latin kids, bro, there's just something in them. It's that pride, man. It's that fearlessness. It's that it don't matter the situation. I'm going to live with the choice, man. That was beautiful. I can't believe. Y'all saw that go up. It looked like it was going to be short for a second. And then it just splashes home. Hits absolutely nothing but net.
Unbelievable.
We will be talking about Kenny Diaz the rest of the day, the rest of the week,
Kenny
possibly
3S.
the rest of the season.
Kenny 3S.
Kenny 3S.
20th triple of the season, and maybe none bigger. Maybe there won't be another bigger one all season long for the senior Diaz. This game was too good. We couldn't decide it in 32 minutes. We get an extra 4. 54 all heading into the overtime frame.
I'm here for it. That is the greatest shot I've seen in a while.
Neguse wins the tip for Hackensack. So Hackensack without a Frifa, Newark Tech without Malcolm Bragg. We'll see who's able to come out on top.
Give the ball back to Diaz, man. I want to see him let it rip.
Smith driving left, floater with the left, off the back iron and good.
That was beautiful touch, man. The ball actually stopped and just slightly rolled in. That was awesome.
Up top, Marcus Bragg. Working it to Boyd. Offensive foul. Jamiko Smith with a great impact just 32 seconds into the overtime frame.
That was Boyd. Was that his fifth?
And that is the 5th foul on Tyshawn Boyd, who has been spectacular today for the Terriers. And Newark Tech is now going to be without 2 of their best players for the final 3:28. They're debating right now. It looks like there might be a discrepancy at the table.
He's staying in.
No, he's coming out. Checking in is going to be, I believe, 24.
21.
21, my bad.
Kyrie Fisher checking back in for Newark Tech.
Thank you, and apparently I need glasses.
The Terriers not happy. Either way, Hackensack gets it back, holding a 2-point lead with 3:20 to play. Oh, beautiful crossover from Shelley, and he finishes at the elbow.
Allen Iverson would have been so proud of that move.
Lead up to 4. Terriers need an answer. Working inside. Great defense from Hackensack. And it's stolen away. Diaz almost had it. Newark Tech has it. Inside, layup, no good. Fight for the board. The Terriers still control. Brown fakes the three, floater with the left, no, gets his own miss, another chance, no, out of bounds, and it'll stay with Newark Tech. I feel like I'm calling a horse race.
I mean, right now, this defense is playing great on the perimeter. They're rotating well. They're getting guys up in everybody's faces. No one is staying in one spot on the defensive end, but they just got to close out these possessions. Get the rebound.
Up top a three, just rattles out for Brown, and it'll still stay here as Jamiko Smith just couldn't reel in that rebound.
You can see he's like, grab the ball. Coach Taylor on the other end.
Another three ball. That one's too strong, and it goes out of bounds off Hackensack again.
They can't catch these rebounds.
Jack, I'll tell you right now, if you feel like you're calling a horse race, Secretariat is not on the court right now. Both teams very much in this.
Another three-point opportunity. That one's too strong, and finally Kenny Diaz is able to track it down.
And you saw Coach Taylor, he thought his head was about to explode with the amount of those dropped rebounds that they had.
2:20 to play in overtime. Hackensack came back from the jaws of defeat, and they're looking to put this one away. Up top it's Smith, no rush for the Comets. Smith. Nice defense from Fisher. Smith gets around him, it's blocked. Great defense from Jalen Barker. Bragg brings it the other way. Some room on the wing, feeds inside, blocked away, it's Neguse.
Hey, Neguse has been great this overtime period.
Great body control by Shelley, can't finish. Neguse also can't convert the second chance opportunity. Nice feed up ahead to Barker, layup no good, it's an offensive foul. Jamiko Smith for the second time in overtime draws the charge, and with 1:37 to play, Hackensack continuing to pull off a matrix act in overtime.
Jamiko Smith having a game himself, hitting a big three to end the third, and that with a big charge to win the possession back.
The Terriers still scoreless in the extra frame. Running out of time, just a minute and a half to go. Smith drives left. Gives it up to Neguse, who gets it up top to Shelley, and they settle it down. Newark Tech has got to start to get a little bit more aggressive here defensively.
They can just take their time here, Jack.
Shelley off the screen, driving right, kicks out. Diaz, corner three, off the back rim. Neguse, an offensive rebound. Diaz sets up again. That one's off right. The Terriers have life once again. Bragg sprinting in transition. Almost lost the handle, gets it up top, they reset. 50 ticks to go. Thought about a three. Turner, 45 seconds left. Brown steps up to a three. It's good! Mark Brown with a huge triple, and the lead is down to one.
Shout out Mark Brown. Nobody looked like they wanted to take the shot. He said, I'll step into that all day and make it a one-point game. We here.
30 seconds left. Smith off the screen. Newark Tech has got a pressure. I don't know what they're waiting for. Down to 20 seconds. Smith still handling, and finally a timeout Hackensack. They're going to have to foul.
Yeah, they're going to have to. I think once this inbound gets in, that's when they'll foul. I think right now, head coach Taylor, I think he's just setting up the defense already.
A huge three ball for Mark Brown. And this one, just when we thought it was over, again, it feels like there's been 5 times in this game where I thought you could call it, and every time, just a miraculous comeback.
I think it's just been a bunch of mental errors have been letting you lead up to this point. I think there's been so many opportunities for each team to close out the game, and then they just make another mental lapse, a missed free throw here, an uncontested shot miss there, a turnover here. It's just led up to this point, and I think if you're head coach Aaron Taylor, you just say, inbound, please, God, make your free throws.
Yeah, I'm with you. But I still, you got to leave in some length there for sure, just in case.
I like this Neguse kid.
Dude, 6'6", where's he been?
He's been getting the rebounds. He's been getting stops on the defensive end. He had 2 blocks already in overtime.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. Where's he been the whole game? This kid checks in basically the end of the fourth out of nowhere, and it's been fantastic. And as we said, Aaron Taylor, his program in some great hands moving forward.
Have to imagine Jamiko Smith will be the guy they try to get it to. He's 12 of 15 on the year at the line. They also bring in the sophomore Impali for some shooting. Oh, that was so close to a backcourt violation, but they give the foul before. Smith's foot was in the air about to land on the wrong side of half court, but he'll get the 2 free throws.
Coach Bragg not happy about that one. I think he's calling for a backcourt. But nonetheless, Jamiko Smith will be heading to the line with 16 and change left on the board.
Anyway, I don't think that's a bad thing for Newark Tech because not that much time came off the board. Less than a second, I'd say. So you still have a lot of time to set up a 3-point shot on the other end.
First free throw is good for Smith. Diaz and Impali check out. Naguse and Aaron Batista into the game for defense. 16.9 ticks left. It's a 2-point lead. Smith can't make it 3. Rebound Newark Tech, they got to go, and now they're going to call a timeout. 14.8 to go. They're going to have to go the length of the court. It's only a 2-point game, and guys, the age-old question. In this situation, you have a timeout. You can't ask for anything more. Do you go for the tie, or do you try and send us home?
No, this got to be sent home. Absolutely has to be sent home. This has just been going back. You got to end this. You got to put a stop to this madness right now.
Yeah, I would say if you're Newark Tech, you look at the fact that Boyd has fouled out. Malcolm Bragg has fouled out. You were basically on a lifeline here in overtime before Mark Brown hit you with hit the 3 to get you back in it. All the momentum is on Hackensack's side. You have to try and end this one while you have a chance.
I think so. And also the depleted bench, these guys are winded. They want to get this done right now. And you know what? I agree with it. Go for the win and get these guys off the court.
I'm telling you guys right now, win or lose, both teams will be practicing free throws.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up in practice.
100%.
But
and this is only the first game of 4 here at the 2022 Jingle Bells Jubilee. We got a great one on deck. Columbia and Bayonne up next.
If it gets better than this, I might have to actually go pay the admission charge to get in here because this has just been an absolute treat. You can't ask for anything better if you are a basketball fan. North Jersey bringing it. Garden State Hoops bringing it to you.
It's Bragg, Brown, Turner, Barker, and Fisher out there for the Terriers. Brown handling, crossover, kick out. Up top, they're going to go for a 2. It's short. A fight for the rebound. A jump ball. And I believe this one will stay with the Terriers with 1.4 seconds left. This is a mirror image of the way the fourth ended. Who is going to be the Kenny Diaz for Newark Tech?
I'm telling you right now, you guard the perimeter. You leave the big fella down low. Everybody else, you're out on the perimeter. Let the big fella come up with a block if he can. 1.4 seconds. I'm not being sent home on this 3. All right? They might be looking for the quick 2 because I'm sure Marquise Bragg trusts his team and bench. My apologies. I'm so hyped up right now. I can't even talk. I'm sure he trusts his team right now. But if you are Coach Taylor, you got to just stack the perimeter and let the big fella down low and tell him just put his hands up. Don't even move.
Put Naguse on the ball.
Don't
make
even
life
move.
difficult.
Yeah, I think you got to go for the tip in here for Newark Tech. Try to scheme up a play, get someone cutting, throw a little lob pass in there,
Fisher,
tip it
Barker,
up.
or Turner might have the height down there, but the problem is you got to get it over the 6'6" Naguse.
But in
6'6" Naguse,
in that case, give him a chance because he can get fouled.
True.
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, if I'm Naguse, I'm telling him don't move. That kid is 6'6", plus the wingspan. You're talking
It would
10
have to be a
inches of
perfect pass.
You're talking almost 10 inches of defense right there. This is insane.
1.4 remains here at the Jingle Bells Jubilee. Newark Tech trying to fight back in a game that they had won before Kenny Diaz sent us to overtime on a prayer.
Possession arrow coming into play again.
Same group is out there for the Terriers. It's going to be Bragg to get it in. Brown up top. He's got some room. He pulls it. Oh, rattles off. Mark Brown had a wonderful look, and it looked so good out of his hands. You look at the replay, it bounced around 2 or 3 times, and that will do it.
Fellas.
Hackensack comes back from the jaws of defeat and hangs on to win 59-57.
Game of the year.
Fellas,
Game of the year.
can we just please acknowledge that Mavs was money right now? I'm giving myself the flowers. I said
You
it was
said
coming
two-possession
down.
game.
Listen, we went to overtime. All right? I still got the right. I still had the winner coming out on top. I said I smell the upset coming. We hear it. That is going to be a game of the year. How does it get better than that?
Unbelievable.
Especially you get the when the brick shot, possession arrow in your favor. Diaz turnaround three, splashes it home. OT, both teams throwing the hardest of punches you will ever see.
Well, that one was insane. So let's take a second here, catch our breath. We're going to head to a quick break before we get the coach and player of the game for Hackensack on the broadcast for a couple questions. Hackensack pulls it out 59-57 after a Kenny Diaz 3 sent it to overtime. We'll be back with Garden State Hoops on All Abilities Live.